Welcome to the channel. Today we are looking at creating an object, moving an object, rotating and scaling. So let's just dive right on in. If you've just opened Blender up, just delete the cube that was there. So how do we create an object? Okay, so there are a couple of ways of doing this. You can go into object, you can go into add, mesh, and create a cube. Okay. There is also another way, which is shift which is shift A, and you go into mesh, and then you've got all your objects here. So we're going to create a sphere. Okay. One other thing, this here, this little icon thing is the 3D cursor. Wherever you put this cursor, so you can select it from up here, and then when you do shift A and mesh and then say cylinder, it will create the object wherever you put the 3D cursor. Okay, so just bear that in mind, because you may accidentally point over there and your object's over there and then you can't see it. So we're just going to line those up. So what about moving? Well, as you can see here, we can use the axis arrows. So you can see, like, you've got green, red, blue, and then if you look up here on the right hand side, it reflects the green, red, blue, the X, Y, Z. So if you was to click on X, you could change the view, and that's the same with all those. Okay. Right, how do you, right, so to move, yeah, you can use the axes. You can also hit G, which is the shortcut, so that will give you a free range of movement. But what if you want to limit it on one of the X, Y, or Z? So if you press G and then X, you're limited on the X axis. G, Y, you can see there you can't move it anywhere else except for the Y axis, and G, Z on the Z axis. So that's how you move your objects about, and that's the same on all the objects. Again, you know, the cursor here comes up, so you can move it about, and yeah, G again, just to move it about. Okay. How about scaling? How do you make the object larger? Okay, so let's just stay on the ball. So you can either press this icon over here, which is scale, and then just scale it up and down. You can press S, which is the shortcut, and that will scale it up and down. You can also, if you want, just scale it on any of the axes. So you can see there, you can do pretty much anything. And as for rotating, again, we got the icon here for the rotate, which we can just rotate the object. You can again use the red, green, blue, which is the X, Y, Z. So if you click on the line there, as you can see, when you go over to the line, it changes to a brighter color, brighter red. So you can move that around just on that axis. The blue, which is Z, so you can move it around there, or the Y, which is the green. You can also use R, for rotate, which again gives you the free range. On there you can do R and then Z, so you can only rotate on the Z axis, RX and so on, so you can actually see there. Okay. Oh, one other thing, I'm just going to give you a little tip. If you ever find that you accidentally pull this over, so you've got like two views, the quickest way of getting them back is go up to that top corner and then click your left mouse button or your right mouse button, depending on which one you got, and then just bring it over to the left panel, so you can see there's like a big arrow and your cursor changes to an arrow, and then just let go of the mouse button, and that's the same with the top as well. So just go up into the top left hand corner, left click or right click, and then just take it up to the top. Oh, see, this is what happens is you start opening all these you start opening all these windows, which is a pain. Come on, why aren't you closing? So just got to close all these, and then we just got to close that one. Oh wow, this is turning into a why aren't you doing that? There we go. And then you're back to one window. You just got to bear with it because it's such a pain. It can be a pain. So you just come down to the top left-hand corner, and then just bring it. You're supposed to just bring it over, but it doesn't seem to always want to work. How bizarre. There we go. Just bear with it and keep going. Yeah, so there we have it. So you can either click on Add, Mesh, and Objects, or Shift A, which is a shortcut, Mesh, and select your object. And then obviously to move items around, you select this cursor here, which is to move, to rotate, to scale, or you hit the G, which is the shortcut to move, R to rotate, and S to scale. And then don't forget you can also G and then whichever axis you want to move it on. Okay, anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.